Welcome back to Local 5 Live. A comprehensive approach with care and education central to it is what you'll find at Foundation Chiropractic in Green Bay.
Dr. Matthew Filtz is here with an introduction. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you as well.
All right, give us the overall. Introduce us to Foundation Chiropractic.
Foundation Chiropractic is a family-based, fun-loving group of people. We try to help people not just with the symptoms they're dealing with, but educate them on how to make sure that they can stay healthy long-term.
Yeah. What are some of the services you offer?
Well, we are focused on the nervous system specifically. So we are a full chiropractic suite. So we do the full diagnostics of the entire spinal system, the nervous system, and then perform adjustments to help people's body function the way it's supposed to.
We read on your website something called the Gonstead system. What is that?
Yeah, so that's a system of assessing the spine. So there's a lot that has changed through time with chiropractic on understanding how to actually get to the root cause. There's so many different technologies that have now advanced chiropractic to allow for really specific pinpoint care. And Gonstead, that technique it's actually an old technique, but was cutting edge at the time. But all of its principles are still prominent today and enhanced by the technology that we get to utilize in our practice.
Okay.
Let's talk about some of the conditions that you can help with, and every stage of the life, really. You have an expert on your staff.
Yes, every single stage. So I like to say that we see itty bitty babies and we see big babies. So it's all.
My husband goes there.
I think you and about every other woman in the audience today is saying the same thing. Yes. So every single stage. So myself, my wife, we're both the chiropractors who started this practice, but now I also have two additional chiropractors that work there that we're certified to work with pregnant moms and babies, but also obviously, once you start getting into the teenage years, into your 20s when you start to really screw yourself up, and then onward when you start to feel the effects of everything that you've done to yourself through all those years. We have specialties to be able to help with all those groups of people.
I want to talk a little bit more about the importance of education, your focus on education, because I couldn't stop watching Dr. Macy's videos on Facebook, right?
Yeah, she's great. She's great.
I can do that stretch. I can do this. Why is it important, that kind of aftercare that you kind of leave in the hands of patients too?
Yeah, well, the thing is that a lot of times what we find is that people end up focusing just on the quick relief pain, which is great, and we can help people with that. But if that pain is just going to keep on coming back, well, then you're just going to be in this hamster wheel trying to come at this over and over again. So what we try to do is help people get out of that stage of pain, but then move them into a form of stabilization. And that's in the format of helping them understand what they can be doing at home to be able to help support their spine so they don't have to have these problems keep on haunting them.
And that education certainly happens in your office. You do it online. We even see that you have an opportunity for speaking engagements. Why do you want to tell this story to people?
Because when it comes to spinal health, I would argue it's one of the most important things that we can do for our health, but it's one of the most misunderstood and underrepresented forms of care in healthcare. So there's such a large gap. People always, when they think of back pain, they almost always go to surgery or drugs, which, gosh, there's so many things you can do before that. And it's really a mission on our heart to share that message with them, because I know if people come and see us, they don't end up taking medications and they don't end up on the surgery table. So that's enough. That by itself is huge.
Your staff seems to make it a very comfortable experience for everybody, but we want to call out one certain member of your staff. We're going to be greeted right when we come in by Maple.
Oh, hi.
Yes, I joke, but it might be serious, that I think sometimes people just come to see us because of her. She is absolutely the life of the party. The best way to her heart is through belly rubs and treats. So
come prepared.
Come prepared. Yeah, she just brings a level of just peace to people who come in, and especially little kids who are a little bit concerned about the experience. She comes in there with her just doughy eyes and floppy ears and just melts. I guess that works not just for kids, but everybody. It's great.
Yeah.
You are going to find Foundation Chiropractic, all those smiles, get a few belly rubs in there at the Ramada Way in Green Bay.
And you can get in touch with them at 920-430-0993. Online, FCC4health.com. That's where you can also learn about a new patient special that they offer. And they're also a great follow, like the Dr. Macy videos, on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Thanks, Doctor.
Thank you so much.